Hey, it's Miley from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for Sunday, January 31st to Saturday, February 6th. So welcome to the very last day of January. We are feeling all kinds of feels wrapping up this very first month of 2021. We had a very powerful full moon in Leo last week on Thursday that we are just coming down from. That was the very first full moon in 2021, the second last full moon in the astrological calendar. And of course, that Leo energy was the heart and soul of the zodiac, really pulsating through our heart chakras, activating us to operate more authentically, to express ourselves, and to get more in alignment with our own truth. Now, even in that window of the full moon energy, we had Mercury go into retrograde. Its very first retrograde this year, and it's taking place in Aquarius. So if you listen to January's energy forecast, you would have remembered that this year we are going to have all of our Mercury retrogrades in air signs. This is a big deal because last year and the previous years, we were really stuck in having Mercury retrogrades in water signs, pulling up those repressed motions, pulling up those repressed memories. It was a really tough time for a lot of people. But now, moving into air signs, we are definitely going to have to rework, rewire, reprogram our mental planes. This air energy is affecting the intellect, our information, the way we process that. And because Mercury retrograde classically wants to slow us down and shut that critical mind down, allowing our intuition to lead, we really are going to have a totally different perspective on things as we move throughout this month. But today we are going to have a little bit of a chaotic day, mostly because the moon is in Virgo. The moon being in Virgo, and of course Mercury ruling over Virgo, means that we really are confused in our mental planes. We are still adjusting to this brand new energy, which is going to take us a couple of days to actually fine tune ourselves into. But this energy isn't allowing us to really see clearly, to think clearly. Our intuitions, although are trying to take the lead, are still very questionable. We're getting insights and having ideas that literally do not make sense to us as of right now. We have the moon squaring the true node, which is only adding a little bit more confusion into the mental plane. The true node, of course, is trying to show us where it is that we're supposed to align ourselves moving into the future, but we're not as grounded as we would like. Yes, that Virgo moon is an earth energy, but it affects the mental plane mostly because of Mercury's being its ruler. So we're kind of in a tension point. We want to reorganize. We want to take care of the tasks and chores at hand. We're definitely wanting to throw ourselves into some physical activities to try and get away from the mental plane. We have the moon opposing Neptune. Neptune, of course, in its place of power in Pisces. Virgo and Pisces are at opposite ends of the spectrum in the cosmos. And this is making us a little bit hypersensitive. We're very vague. See, the Virgo energy wants to focus in on details and wants to have everything organized and have everything structured in a certain and particular order. Neptune, especially in that Piscean energy, doesn't have order at all. It's boundless. We go with the flow with Neptune in Pisces. We don't focus on the details. We want the big, grand scheme picture. And so we're hypersensitive. Our intuitions are trying to come forward, and there are a lot of aspects that just really have us super confused. The moon is also trining with Pluto, and Pluto just wants us to kind of sit in the confusion, to sit in that darkness, to find a different perspective so that we can transform our emotions and our psyche. This leads us to taking a different approach on where it is that we are going to turn the bad into good, turn the heaviness into a source of light, and of course, empower ourselves through the process. So later on in the day, as if that mental confusion wasn't enough, we are going to get a lot of intensity really hit us in our emotions because there's some moon aspects with Jupiter, with Saturn, both in Aquarius, and Uranus in Taurus. So this is a shock and awe element. We are getting lots of aha moments, a lot of insight, especially now that the mental plane is kind of taken a back seat. We are having a lot of rewinds in our mental plane. A lot of things are going to come up for us while Mercury is retrograde. And as we go through these different aspects, these different energies of the day, we are going to have different highlights be brought back up to us, emotions that we thought we were done with, thoughts that we thought we were done with, in order for us to see them in a totally different light.